On behalf of Governor Brown, welcome to the State Capitol and the 2011 Public Safety Officer Medal of Valor ceremony. I'd like to take this opportunity to ask you to please silence your cell phones. My name is Sabina Emery. I'm an Assistant Fire Chief with the City of Berkeley Fire Department, and I am also the chairperson for the Public Safety Officer Medal of Valor Review Board. I am honored to stand here before you today and pay tribute not only to our honorees, but to all the men and women in public safety who risk their lives daily in order to protect California residents and visitors. The Medal of Valor Review Board was first convened in 2003 when the Public Safety Medal of Valor Act became part of the California Government Code. This act authorizes our governor to award Medal of Valor to those individuals cited by the Attorney General for exemplary acts of valor which go significantly above and beyond the call of duty. Once a year, the Medal of Valor Review Board meets to review nominations and submitted from jurisdictions throughout the state. The Public Safety Medal of Valor is the highest honor presented to a California public safety person. The selection criteria for nominees are based upon acts of heroism which, as I mentioned, go well above and beyond the call of duty. In fact, the situation presented can quite often place the public safety officer in a position where there is a serious and immediate threat to their own life. Despite this danger, these men and women perform their duties with exceptional courage and dedication to service. At this time, I would like to introduce California State Attorney General Kamala Harris.
The individuals that we honor here today exemplify the best of public safety in this great state of California and have exhibited great courage and sacrifice in their duties that are a duty of service. You have shown exemplary service. You have done the work of keeping us safe every day, and you've done it whatever uniform you wear. So you may wear the uniform of a police officer or a firefighter or a deputy sheriff or paramedic or highway patrol officer. And whatever uniform you wear, you have done the work that stands for duty and courage and sacrifice and service. And we know you put yourselves in harm's way to do that work. And we know that you have taken seriously the sacred oath that you took to sacrifice and to serve in a way that may cause you to face danger on behalf of others. And we thank you for that. And most importantly also, we thank your families, because it is also their sacrifice and in that way their service that allows us to be here today to recognize you all. So congratulations to you all, and thank you for your service, and thank you for all that you do, and please know you will always be remembered for the great dedication you have shown to this wonderful profession. And with that, I am honored and pleased to introduce the 39th Governor of the great state of California, the Honorable Jerry Brown.
We face in the country, in many parts of the world, and in our own state, some very serious challenges. Challenges that are not going to be resolved in a week or a month or even a year. And so we're going to be calling upon all of our citizens to demonstrate courage and sacrifice and even some form of valor. We're going to be fighting a lot in Sacramento over bills and money and pensions and all matter of issues. But at the end of the day, the important thing to remember is we're all part of a country, we're all part of California. And we have to pull together even as we're pulled apart. And we will be pulled apart because we have so many different belief systems, so many different perspectives that show up in our public dialogue. So today it's very important that we single people out for their courage, for their willingness to put honor and the safety of others before their own needs. And one of the consequences of success is that it becomes harder the more of it you have. And we've had a lot of success our wealth, our gross domestic product, our lack of internal opposition of any real note. And because of that, we get a little soft. We start getting complacent. And yet the world doesn't wait for that. The world of challenge never goes away. And those challenges are going to be picking up. And they're going to be picking up in the next month, and the next year, and the next decade. So we need some examples of heroism, examples of sacrifice, and examples of people who care a lot about their fellow citizen, even to the point of risking their own life. And it's that level of courage that we're going to need as we go through some very difficult times that face us in the months and years ahead. So I'm glad to be a part of this in a small way, recognizing these great men who, do we have a woman honoree today? We don't, I see. But great servants of the public. We need more of that. And if we can just instill that spirit, which is not easy, because if just a few, then others say, why me? So we have to take what you did here and project it through the whole society. And each of us in our own way can be heroes, can be courageous, and can be thinking of other people, and when called at some particular unexpected moment, make the sacrifice that a honorable citizen should always be willing to bear. So congratulations, and let's move on with the program.
The fifth incident occurred on August 21st, 2010, involving two deputy sheriffs with the San Diego Sheriff's Department. The sheriff's aerial support to Regional Enforcement Agencies, Copters 10 and 12, were en route to the Monte Fire in an unincorporated area of Lakeside. The Sheriff's Communications Center advised the patrol aircraft that two rock climbers were stranded on the side of a cliff with a fast-moving fire approaching them. Deputy Scott Bligh and Deputy Gary Kneeshaw immediately lifted off in the helicopter from base to assist in rescuing the climbers. With a clearance call from CAL FIRE to fly at a low level, these deputies were guided by Deputy Walden of Copter 10 to a place where he had located the climbers. The crew rescued one climber, but had to abort rescue of the second climber because of the steep drop and the winds. Deputy Kneeshaw stayed behind with the second climber until the helicopter could return. Deputy Bligh returned, and Deputy Kneeshaw, loading the second climber into the front seat, realized that flames were only 10 feet away from the tail rotor and needed to act quickly. So Deputy Kneeshaw immediately climbed on the right skid and yelled to Deputy Bligh to lift off. Deputy Bligh flew the helicopter through and eventually out of the smoke and down to the valley floor, with Deputy Kneeshaw standing unsecured on the skid for the entire flight. This entire rescue operation took approximately 5 minutes. Governor Brown proudly presents the Public Safety Officer Medal of Valor to Deputy Scott Bligh. Governor Brown proudly presents the Public Safety Officer Medal of Valor to Deputy Gary Kneeshaw.